Hi everyone, Mr. Companion again. I just wanted to take a couple minutes and give you some instruction on how to measure distances on the screen if you don't have a physical ruler. So taking a look back at today's notes, we're looking at a sample of cheese that was put through a microwave, and since it was spread out over a wide area, you could see the areas where the cheese was heated and was unheated. And again, it was heated due to the oscillating effects of the electromagnetic waves that travel through that microwave. Now we want to measure the distance between the center of one of the heated areas to the next. Doing this allows us to figure out how far apart the antinodes are, which will eventually allow us to figure out the wavelength. Now, the PowerPoint slides you were given provide a link to a helpful ruler that we can use to measure the distances, but there are a few things that we have to keep in mind when we use this. Now, I've noticed that the website didn't calculate my monitor correctly, and I tried it on another computer, and it didn't figure out the size correct for that monitor either. You want to know the exact dimensions of your monitor. Now, mine has 27.6 written on it, so I'm going to change mine by clicking this little edit button to 27.6, and I'm going to click Save. Make sure that you double check that, because if it has the wrong size monitor down, it's going to give you an inaccurate ruler. So now that we have an accurate ruler that we can use, let's open up a Google Doc, or you could use Microsoft Word. It doesn't matter. We want a nice, fresh instance of the word processing software so we can edit these images. Let's go back to our Google Slides and let's find the image. Now to get the image into your Google Doc, we're just going to click the image, hold down Control and click C. This will copy the image for us. We can now go back to our Google Doc and hit Control V, and that will input the image. So you probably noticed that I swapped out the image of the melted cheese for a bunch of red polka dots. Why? Well, I want to show you how to do this, but without giving you the answers. So let's go back to the slides, and you'll notice it says here you have to get the entire image to be 14 centimeters across. So let me show you how to do that. I'm going to go to my online ruler. I'm going to click drag it, and you'll notice that a movable pop-out ruler appears. Let's use this ruler to measure the distance between the dots. We're going to go to our Google Doc, and then if you put your mouse over the internet browser that you're using, you'll notice that a second window pops up, and then you can now drag. So what's the first step? We have to resize the image. Now you'll notice here that the image is about 18 centimeters across. I want to make this 14. So I'm going to grab the lower right hand corner. I'm going to click, hold, and drag so that I can make this box 14 centimeters across. Now you'll notice that the ruler disappeared. That's a side effect of having it as a separate browser window, but with that one adjustment, I got pretty close to 14 centimeters, so I'm going to leave it there. At this point, I can now measure the distance between these two dots. Now, if the dots are next to each other like this, I could just measure them. And this one, it appears to be, I don't know, 2.9, 2.8 centimeters apart. But what if I want to measure the distance between this dot and the one below it? Well, this ruler doesn't rotate. So what do I need to do? I need to grab this little handle here and turn the image 90 degrees. By doing that, I could then get the ruler, and now I can measure the distance between those two dots because they're now on the side. If the fact that the ruler keeps disappearing on you is driving you crazy, another option is to take a strip of paper and to mark off the 0 and the 14, so then you know exactly how wide you should shrink the image to become. And another option is, if you'd like, you could shrink the image directly in the Google slide. So this is by no means the only way to estimate the distance between 2 points. I have created another video using Google Drawings that you could use to get a very similar result. I hope this has been helpful. Best of luck to you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.